Hello, I'm Arbor, the creator of this YouTube channel, otherwise known as Inner Element. If this is the first time you're seeing me on Facecam, I don't blame you, it's been a while. The reason I'm making this video is because it is June 15th, 2024, making it exactly 13 years since I started making YouTube videos. If you do the math, that means I've made YouTube videos for just over half my life. I think that's a bit crazy. I find this a crazy achievement considering that this particular channel is quite bare, but it doesn't exist in a vacuum. There's a different channel that actually started on June 15th where the brunt of my work remains. There's also a bit of a drought of videos on this channel because I've been so busy making stuff like this.
Some people struggle to understand the Zelda timeline.
We hit 15K, yo!
Yes! We did it!
I'm not that kid anymore!
A new future I will install!
Gonna have a clarinet concert!
That's been most of my development. I want to honor this occasion because on the same day that I created my channel, just a year later, my favorite animated show, Gravity Falls, would premiere its very first episode, Tourist Trapped. I find it hard to overstate how much that show has affected my life. Literally, it has changed my life. I came across the show in June of 2013 when a creator named Lutoons made a video about cartoon facts and theories and then used the Gravity Falls theme tune in it. I got hooked and immediately checked out the show through clips on YouTube and then eventually the entire thing. I never looked back, and I want to kind of emphasize what that meant for my life. Ever since my family first got cable, I had always been hooked on cartoons, and specifically hooked on cartoons in English and German. We had also just gotten internet access in our house. Smartphones weren't really a thing yet, and I had to learn languages through school and television, so I learned both English and German simultaneously. Those did a lot for me, actually. In 2011, I made my YouTube channel called Arbor Lazy and experimented with Windows Movie Maker on Windows XP because that's all I had at the time. Editing has always been a hobby of mine. I think I tried to push through the limits of Windows Movie Maker by figuring out how to make fancy transitions, and it worked, sort of. It did help establish a bit of a glitchy aesthetic on my channel. But in 2013, after I had discovered Gravity Falls, I immediately sought a purpose for the channel. I made a review of the show to the best of my ability because I wasn't a critical reviewer, I was a child.
Here's a drawing of the characters. It's from the theme song. Ashurst said, if Kristen Shaw wasn't the voice of Mabel, there would be no Gravity Falls. And I completely agree with that. There is a lot of heart in the show. A lot of heart.
It wasn't good. I tried to articulate into words how I felt about the show. Needless to say, words weren't enough. I decided to base my entire channel on that show alone for multiple years. I experimented a lot with editing for the first few years. I had renamed the channel Gumball Falls Fan, Gumball because I liked the amazing world of Gumball, and Falls because Gravity Falls, and Fan because you, that's why. I embodied the identity of a fanboy pretty quickly and made videos about the show that wouldn't make sense to most people. I'm gonna be honest, they wouldn't make sense. I am Albanian, and so I also had a bit of a fantasy of seeing this show dubbed into my own language. Most of the shows that were airing here were made for kids, but this was a show that adults and kids could enjoy alike. I felt like Albanians were missing out on this. I wanted to show off what that would look like. I did not have the resources to do that. While I do have more resources, I don't have the manpower or the time to do that. I moved on to other things in the Gravity Falls fandom. I became part of a little-known fan club called the Royal Order of the Holy Mackerel, created by internet personality Douglas McCrell. I created my first Instagram account under the name of Gumball Falls Fan and started posting pictures and videos there. From that point onward, I started making friendships in the fan base, and I had never felt so connected to people on the internet before. It is when I learned the concept of internet friendships as opposed to just friendships in your immediate social circle. Shout out to the people who have known me since 2014, but also I'm very sorry to the people who have known me since 2014. My behavior at that time was very cringe and embarrassing. It was only a year later, around 2015, when I really started taking off, because I had just made my very first short music video. Inspired by Rhett and Link, of all things, I made a video edit of Not What He Seems, and then I made more of them. And I kind of didn't stop. I was editing all of this on my phone. Looking back on that, I'm grateful because it helped teach me the fundamentals of editing in an environment I wasn't familiar with. I made a whole identity for myself as a fandom editor and then started to branch out to other shows. Gravity Falls was about to end the year after. I think I had the feeling that I wasn't gonna let Gravity Falls go, even at the time. You know how the saying goes, Gravity Falls is real and it will never die. So I continued making videos of Gravity Falls from that point onward. It was a moment that I tried to experience to the fullest extent, and I felt sad, tried to commemorate it as best I could, and then life continued. Around June of 2016, I received an invite from a creator that I'd gotten in touch with a while back. That creator was Charlie Marlowe. They had just created something called Real-Time Fandub. The premise of Real-Time Fandub is dubbing a TV show, game, or movie without a script in front of you, without rehearsal, and going just off memory. Charlie had tested the waters with their favorite video game, Monkey Island, and then wanted to commemorate Gravity Falls' what was it? 4th anniversary? They wanted to host a live stream where a bunch of Gravity Falls fans tried to overdub the show's most iconic episodes. Charlie invited me to play a role in Real-Time Fandub. Unfortunately, the stream happened around midnight in Kosovo time, so I couldn't participate. I did, however, create the show's logo and title card that would appear on that stream for the first time. I remember the mood of that stream being very hectic as we were trying to get people from one platform to the next, since YouTube tried to take down the stream for obvious reasons.
Might just need to spread around a new link.
Your stream has been temporarily blocked because we detected copyrighted video.
They introduced me to people like Shelby Cosplay, Penny and Ryan of Snapcube fame, Drawn Without Ref, Ghost Anjo. These were all creators whose works I've enjoyed for at least a year and felt really excited to meet. I was eager to stay on for as long as it took. Real-Time Fandub got very popular, amassing about 300 people on the first live stream, and then we kept going. And suddenly I realized that Real-Time Fandub had taken over a big part of my life. I got introduced to a lot more Gravity Falls fans as well as other shows, but mainly the part that I enjoyed was the banter between the cast members and the comedy that they shared together. Sometimes I would also be part of the stream as a voice actor.
I mean, one time I was looking at Vor and I was
That would be rare, if ever. Time zones, am I right? Long story short, without Gravity Falls, I wouldn't have gotten to meet the people of Real-Time Fandub. As a result, I also wouldn't have gotten to meet Charlie, a creator and friend who I deeply admire and respect and have tried to create alongside for years now. If you've seen a video from Charlie in the past 8 years, there's like a 40-60 chance I may have had a hand in it. As a result of my involvement in the Gravity Falls fandom, I also propelled my graphic design career. Soon enough, my English also got better, so I was able to promote myself and speak my mind more clearly. Without Gravity Falls, I probably wouldn't have learned English. Without Gravity Falls, I probably would have given up my YouTube channel. Or I would have made something different entirely. Who knows? I earned a lot of other opportunities, by putting myself out there. I designed a few things for Gravity Falls fans at the time. I met quite the people online. I tried to commemorate my love for the show in various different ways, and eventually it became part of my entire identity, I would say. I think at the end of the day, without Gravity Falls, I would have never expanded my creativity to this point. As an editor, as a graphic designer, as someone who wants to tell stories with video. Although it feels deeply derivative, I've had internal debates about whether I should err on the side of originality and this kind of thing. Despite that, I will never stop showing my love for these kinds of shows. For Gravity Falls, for Steven Universe, for Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Infinity Train, She-Ra, for Kipo and things like that. Without Gravity Falls, I would have never experienced fandom. Gravity Falls was truly one of the most invested fan groups you could come across. I think it helped that the show's creator was also very surprised by the feedback he was receiving.
We had no idea that anybody outside the target demographic for the Disney Channel in the year 2012 would ever even hear the name of our show, let alone watch it, let alone care about it, let alone discover the stuff that we had hidden in it. My first job working in television was for this show called Flapjack on Cartoon Network. When episodes of Flapjack would air on television, there was no evidence that anyone had seen it.
It's in the void now.
Fan culture as we know it now did not exist back then. When Gravity Falls came out, I was expecting the same thing. Or I didn't even know what Tumblr was yet. I was not prepared for any of it.
But it also helped that he left breadcrumbs. People who were watching the show could chew on them even when they weren't watching the show. Hiatuses were a rite of passage for us because every moment that the show wasn't airing on Disney Channel, its fans would dissect every single detail about the show and try to figure out what was going to happen next with the characters and the story. I also remember trying to figure out when Gravity Falls would end through some weird system. I don't know exactly what my calculation was, but I'm sure I'll put it on screen here.
I want to reassure everybody that Gravity Falls won't end on season 2. I don't know if we'll have a movie or a third season. We're only going to have one of the two. The last episode premieres April 11th of 2016.
To come to some sort of coherent conclusion from this video, Gravity Falls has changed my life, and there's always a spot in my heart for the tales of summer 2012 or 2013, we don't know exactly for sure, where Dipper and Mabel thought they were going to be in for a boring summer but then had the best and most exciting adventure of their lives, where we got to see the mundanity of colorful characters in a strange and paranormal town, where we got to see real family issues and how different generations try to bridge the gap between them, how they try to overcome their mutual trauma, or we got to see the idea of trust take form. What happens when you put your trust in someone and they have your back? What happens if they don't? What happens if your entire world gets shaken up to the point where you cannot trust anyone? And then the process of relearning those ideas to the point of making a better life for yourself. I find this show very special. Some might dismiss it because it's just for kids and I'm 22. Some might dismiss it because they find it silly, but I love it, warts and all. And I'm always ready to embrace it, talk about the show, and every time I watch it, there's probably something new to discover. In fact, a bunch of us have been treading over new ground, things like Mystery Shack Look Back, or people like my friend That GF Fan, who's kind of been retracing the fandom's steps as a relative latecomer to the show. If you haven't watched Gravity Falls yet after everything that I've just explained to you, do it. Why are you watching this video? Go do it right now. It's on Disney Plus. You can watch it now. I also recommend listening to Mystery Shack Look Back because it is a timekeeping of everything that the Gravity Falls fandom experienced while the show was airing, and streaming just doesn't have that experience anymore. It is actively a hindrance to fandom. Fandoms keep a show alive, and I want that to be the experience for so many shows that I love. Moon Girl. It's a shame that streaming services and TV networks haven't really understood what that's like and how to tap into that energy again. I want to thank Alex Hirsch, I want to thank the voice cast, the writers, storyboarders, animators, cleanup artists, music, everyone in between. You all made my dream TV show. A TV show that I'll continue to analyze as long as it exists in our collective consciousness. And I wanted to thank you, the viewer. You watching this video right now, whether you've been here since day one or today, I thank you all the same. I wouldn't have gotten anywhere I have without your help, and I deeply appreciate it. Thank you to all the friends, colleagues, and fellow fans that have made this experience a joy to relive again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go back into my inner element and try to make videos and never post any. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Bye!